Why do women think submitting to a man is a negative thing? When you bring up the fact that you as a high value man desire a submissive woman, you may get some pushback from some women who have a negative outlook on female submission in relationships. Some women might say they know how to be submissive, but not fully. The word submission to them means that, she's not confident in herself, and there's probably an abusive relationship going on if she's being submissive. That's the stigma around it, right? This is pure bullshit, man. And it's a mindset that has been pushed by feminists since the feminist movement began. You know what I'm saying? During the birth of the feminist movement, black families were intact. Like, when this shit first jumped off, they were intact at a rate of 80% in our community. Now, in 2020, shit, the single parent household is 75% now. And the divorce rate among black families is about the same. So it may be thought of as, traditional for, men to be leaders in their household. And, there are many spiritual and natural reasons for this, though. The black community is 80 to 90% Christian when it comes to religious belief. And it's taught by the Christian church, along with other religions, that a woman is to be a helpmeet. The reason for, the reason for a woman to be a helpmeet was so that she would have a connection to God through her man, Adam, Eve. So when you hear a single, unmarried woman, usually with kids, say, "I don't need no man," it usually translates to, "I can't find a man that I want to submit to," or "I have the complete inability to submit to a man." Usually, this is due to bad experiences, lack of good choices in men, or social programming that women are above men, and that women should control men. That's what's going on socially now in this society, man. And it may not be blatant, but if you really look at some of the stuff that's on social media, man, and on TV and shit, it's a subliminal type shit going on, man. It's a fucking war on the black households. And I don't see how y'all don't get it. I really don't see how y'all don't see this shit. How do you not see it? I see thousands of men, in the red pill community who have the same concern, that women are no longer submissive. But my question to those men is, why would they be submissive? They make more money. They're more educated than most black men. And typically they have more options than them too. So, they pretty much taking the responsibility of men over a period of the last, say, 50 years or so, 60 years, gradually. Now in 2020, you got the slut walk, OnlyFans, and seeking arrangements. The city girls, music, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on of things and influences that are toxic to the psyche of our women, our black women, right? Well, of black women, because I really don't feel like they belong to us anymore, to be honest with you, as a whole. But these behaviors carry over into relationships, and men aren't stepping up to lead because it's now, partly because it's now socially acceptable for the man, to be a bitch, pretty much, be a beta male. It's now socially acceptable for the man, to lead, but it should be divinely acceptable. It should be spiritually acceptable for the man to lead the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the blueprint of our being as humans. From when God created us, He gave us the blueprint, right? So when I bring this up as a man, it seems that if I'm, bashing women and, you know what I'm saying? But these are facts. And I'm aware of the accountability of men as well. We have to be accountable for the shit we do too. This feminized society, man, they make it more difficult for men to be men because they're raised by women who have no respect for men and they've never submitted to a man. But these are the people who are raising men. You see what I'm saying? So these men don't have a blueprint to go by. Or you have men that's, married to women that let the women run the situation, and then they grow up to be that same way. Not knowing that their dad is going through hell, or you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. It's a whole list of shit that, that's just a negative side to that, right? So, man, just make it more and more difficult with this society. But, men, we have spiritual weapons given to us by God, by the Most High, to protect and provide for our family efficiently, and long term. But submission should be given where it's deserved. And I'm a strong believer in that as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think goddamn a woman just gonna be submissive just because you got a dick. No, it ain't gonna go like that. You know what I'm saying? Men should expect submission if they are the primary provider in the household. This isn't like to oppress the woman, but to enlighten, strengthen, and improve the woman in all ways. If a true masculine alpha male, is there, she's going to improve. She's going to be a better woman. I think a lot of women may be, not all, but some women may be afraid of that responsibility because it takes effort. You can't just show up. You can't just show up and look good. You have to put effort when you're in a relationship with a masculine alpha type man, red pill man. So, men who bring value to the situation, or to a woman's life should have a woman who submits. Which means to let, this is what this pretty much means to most of us. Let him lead the family. He leads the relationship dynamic. He makes the financial decisions. And he's also a spiritual connection for that woman and the children. Who doesn't benefit? Like, just name me one of those things that I just said that only benefits the man. It benefits the whole family. So why wouldn't a woman want to give up her career, to stay at home, and be a wife for an alpha man, and be a wife and nurture her children and be a helpmeet? Why wouldn't women want to do that? And that would require submission, and it can entail her ceasing her efforts to be independent. She may have to stop doing what she thought was gonna work and just become a helpmeet in the process of this man to be able to build something and build generational wealth and security for the kids and their kids, right? It's a whole plan. You have to get on board of the program. You know what I'm saying? Not just for a check, but for a fucking legacy. So it come down to the question of what do women actually want? Like, do they want a broke guy who asks to see their car every week and sit at home playing video games all day? No drive, no ambition, just so that they can control that masculinity. That why you keep them around and run all over them? Is that why you keep them? This usually ends up in divorce or single parenthood because we know this from the CDC statistics. So why not get back to where the men are leading the dynamic in the situation? Men. We're not talking about boys. Men. Men. You know what I'm saying? Or do they want the guy who's winning in life? Ambitious, financially stable, attractive, fit and healthy, intelligent, with a hood side to him. All them things that a woman like and expect in us. But our list for them ain't even quite as long. At least for your beta males. Like alphas, it's a list of shit that a woman gonna have to bring to the table in order to benefit from our presence. You know what I'm saying? And these guys that's gonna be winning like this, man, they not gonna want to be manipulated by a woman. They not gonna, you know what I'm saying, want to be led by a woman, because they've built a life that's sustainable on their own as a man. That's how they should. You know, they have nothing to be insecure about. You know, so the woman's gonna have to. She's gonna be in a conundrum here. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be between a rock and a hard place, bro. Like, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much submission or no mission, bro. Submission or no mission at all. And we have to ask, man, how can we change the narrative on submission? You know, when it comes to dating in the black community, how can we make submission, you know, something that's not looked at so evil or looked at so controlling? You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, you are controlling, but it's not in a selfish way. Let's put it like that. Because we know that women are led by their emotions and men are more logical creatures. Like, we know that. So would you rather be led by someone with their emotions, or led by someone who is logical and reasonable? You know what I'm saying? And the women who understand that, those are the women who are living their best life right now in full-term relationships or in marriages, man. Because they understand the dynamics, the roles. Everybody has to play their part. You're a man, you know what I'm saying? She says, hey, you're a man, I can't do what you do, I let you do what you do. Just like she's a woman and he can't do what she do. We all have a role, man. And you got society telling you, oh, these gender roles. Society might tell you, know, these gender roles are just of the past, and it's not beneficial. And it's bullshit, man. They tell you that to push an agenda and push a narrative, man, to continue to break up our homes in the black community, so we won't have no type of leverage in the political system. We won't have no type of leverage in the justice system, financial systems and institutions. You know? So, man, I just feel like a man also, though, has to make submission seem like it's fun for her. Make it, you know, it's beneficial for her. She should see that it's beneficial for her, because it keeps her around him. You know, it keeps her pretty much there. You know, if you're not being submissive to an alpha or a red pill man, like, you're out of there. You're gone. Because we know that, you know, spiritually, man, you know, it's better to dwell in the corner of a rooftop than in a home with a brawling woman, man. Proverbs. Come on, man. Come on. Contentious woman. Want to contend, don't want to submit. She want to compete with you. Got something to say about every fucking thing that you do. Something to say about every single thing that you say. Come on, man. Submission can't be forced when it comes to women. You either got it or you don't. Period.